What up? We back doing it. Excuse me, I'm a little sick right now. The crazy weather in Ohio got me feeling like wow. So anyway, yeah, we just played the Cincinnati Bengals and it was a wild one, man. It was actually in the end the game kind of got boring. I'm so used to us being down and catching up that when we was actually in the lead for a while, it was like we didn't kind of have nothing to play for, which is dumb for me to say. I know that, by the way, but it is what it is. Like I was just like, damn, I can't believe we was blowing them out 35-7. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm sorry, in the third quarter. Um, but let's just get into it. Let's just jump into what all this means to me as a Browns fan, and hopefully you guys feel the same. You know what I mean, and what possibly can mean to y'all. But after watching that game, I honestly thought it was gonna be a little bit tougher. Because Hue Jackson was on the Cincinnati Bengals coaching staff. I seen what happened in the preseason game when we played the Eagles and we had Michael Kendricks, and he was telling the 411 on all the other players, and I figured he was gonna do the same thing. Well, what evidently happened is he might have over prepared, thinking this is what it was gonna be, and completely miscalculated or just uninformative as far as what the game plan was gonna be for them because they smashed them in the mouth. Oh my gosh, like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I didn't think they was gonna stop. For real. And I feel like they had to stop because they didn't want to keep, you know what I mean? You gotta keep them guessing. You don't want to show your hand too much. And we had a big enough lead that we trusted the defense to hold it down, which they did. We won by 15 points. So that's big. Now we jumping into the shits. As far as the interception with Demarius Randall, and they giving the ball to Hue Jackson. Whew. Excuse me. That shit was petty. Oh my gosh. It was great though. And you know what? I like Hue. I'll start off by saying that first of all. Like when he got fired, I thought it was unfair. And I just thought it was premature. But I mean, we won 2 more games. Baker's looking better. The offense is looking better. The running game's looking, decent but better. They didn't really hold it down in the run game last game, but they did good. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock them. They've been doing good. Sometimes it just worked that way. When you got to pass more, or you can run more. So, all right. So I like Hue Jackson, but when he did that, like he'll be playing himself is what I want to say more. Is the fact that like you really do be playing himself to me. It's like especially when he became a Browns coach. Like before he even coached the game, let go Johnny. It was looking like, all right, he gonna be the man. Hugh gonna know what he doing. He gonna turn his team around, and we all trusted in him. And then it's just like time after time. I think really when it started, like after that first season when we were 1-15, it was like a target was on his back. And I get it, like, and I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but we all know that there's a white privilege out there, and they like white people could kind of get away with, or not even kind of, but like white people could get away with things that black people can't get away from, and what did that got to do with Hue? Okay, well, first of all, like he has to be more professional than most, but to the point, he always had to be like a smooth talker in a way. I feel like he couldn't really say what was on his mind to the media, which made him to kind of seem fake. which we just reading about that today. Is that what Baker calls Hue is fake? And I can agree with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, looking at for what it is, it looks fake. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. You know what I mean? Just balls to the wall. The only difference is like where Hue come from, where Baker come from. It's totally different. You can't have that all the time, especially in the professional National Football League. You have to, carry yourself a certain way. But into the essential, I didn't even really highlight that. But it was just like, yo, Hue always played himself, and then he gets played by his ex-team. Like, oh my gosh, like that Demarius Randall troll is so savage. Just so savage, man. Like, I mean, he really like a dog. Like, he picked the ball off, hand to him, and what made Hue pay himself is that he took it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but bro, you already on the other side. And I get it. Like, everybody just like it's a game, but like I miss that old football, and I think that's what Baker's doing. Baker's bringing that old football back, like flat out. The intensity, the competitiveness, it's contagious, man. He trying to bring it out. Now, we all seen the handshake, and I mean, to Baker's defense, that's all he really owed him. He didn't have to hug him. It was just into the post game where it got kind of a little crazy. I don't know the situation between Oklahoma and Texas Tech with Baker, but for him to kind of put out Hue, who got fired, you know what I'm saying? It's a totally different. I mean, totally different situation between them because especially for the level. But as far as like the opportunist, futuristic type thing, you thinking about the future, thinking about your family in the future, it's the same exact thing that Baker did. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know for sure if he was going to remain the starter. And then you're like, oh, well, they didn't get a scholarship. And yeah, he won, and that was the reason why. You know what I'm saying? It's different because he was actually winning and Hue Jackson lost. Granted, yeah. It seems like Hue was, man. I can get it. I feel him. I feel Baker. I feel where he's coming from 100 with the whole situation. My only thing is that excuse me, is that this is a professional league. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? If Baker, which he probably won't, gets cut, you know what I mean? He's going to keep that same energy. If the only one that's giving him big money is the Steelers, the Ravens, Bengals, you know what I mean? Or is he going to keep that same energy and be like, even y'all give me the most money and offer me the best chance to succeed, and I'm going to get a starting position, which y'all guaranteed. I'm going to go to the AFC West, or I'm going to go to AFC South, or, NFC, whatever, just any other team but the AFC North, if like the Browns was to release them. So we have to see. But what I will say about it is that I do fucking love it, man. I fucking love Baker for it because we already knew that we was getting when he did that shit with OSU. He planted the flag on OSU's 50-yard line. We already knew this was a competitive guy, and the way he was talking in the post game conference that you can find on Cleveland Browns YouTube channel, and the way he was talking about of just trying to instill that rivalry mentality back, that old school football where it's like, I don't like you, you don't like me, is coming back, that team thing. And that's what we kind of need. It's us against the world. And this is the perfect team for Baker. I'm going to walk on twice, like underdog all the way, didn't even get scholarship offers, come to a team that's known as being the losers, known as always the laughing stock. And then he comes here, and before he comes here, he says that if anybody going to change his team around, it's going to be me. He's taking ownership of the team. And what's even better is that he said that as they won. Because he could have said the same. It would have been a different narrative if they lost. It would have just looked like, oh, he he's saying that because he feels like Hue knew everything that they was gonna do. But nah, he was just saying straight up, like, it's not gonna make an advantage, it's not gonna take any advantage. You know, you hear what I'm saying? No, just no. You know what I'm saying? When people want to ask why not, just no. Like, that's it. Ain't nothing else to it. What's understood ain't gotta be explained. Ain't no advantage. Period. So I'm excited, man. That's my quarterback. God damn it. Fuck. That's my quarterback. And I'm riding with him. You know what I mean? Hue's not on our team. He's on another team now. I wish him the best. He's not on our team now. Fuck Hue. And he basically saying he taking ownership for the city of Cleveland. Well, not even just the city of Cleveland, the Browns fans, and what we felt, what we went through. And I mean, granted, he hasn't been here. He don't know. But at the same time, he might know more than what we know. You know what I'm saying? I think at a point, Hue Jackson wanted Darnold more than he wanted Baker until they got to OU and they seen the leadership that Baker had. That was the convincing of Hue. He wasn't even convinced on this game. He was convinced on who he was getting, and this is who he's getting. Baker just being Baker. You know, and I think Hue just needs to stop playing himself for real. Like, quit being a joke, bruh. Like, you coach the Browns, that's gonna make you look like a joke, and you're gonna have that label on you for a minute. You gotta do some things, buddy. Hopefully he does get that and if he does get that job in Cincinnati, this is gonna be better as far as that rivalry goes. But that's our quarterback. We whooped that ass. Everybody played good. I'm trying to think of somebody that played super great that I could really see. Nick Chubb with the crazy catch. God damn, like the defense looked good in the beginning, and they kind of like lost it. But Ogunjobi, shout out to Ogunjobi, man. That boy be wrecking shit. Shout out to Avery, man. Boy be wrecking shit. Fucking Schobert, our man. Shout out to him. He be wrecking shit. Shout out Peppers, man. You know, he a Michigan man, but I fuck with him, man. He a dog, for real. You know, shout out to them Q dogs over there. Ward, man, I'm glad he's still hurt. I'm still playing, that he's not hurt, because I thought he was going to be gone for a minute. You know, Agua, everybody. Y'all played great, man. Everybody played great. Gates played wonderful. My dude had a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? You got to be more consistent for these fantasy owners, Callaway. All right, man. I ain't going to do too much of y'all. I mean, I ain't going to talk crazy, but that was crazy. I'm glad that we did what we did. 35-20. You know what I'm saying? I think Freddie Kitchens is doing this shit. I think Greg Williams got a legitimate shot at head coach. We have to see though. It's only been 3 games. Let's keep it real though. It's only been 3 games. Got a lot left. A lot of the season left. So let's just sit back. You know. Real sense of Browns fans signing out. I'll see y'all later.